Hey y'all, it's Amanda. Welcome back to the channel, and we're gonna start a summer reading vlog. Alright friends, thought this would be super fun to do. I did do a summer reading vlog last year, reading books that had summer in the title. I will link that in the card and down below in the description if you've not seen it. But for this video, we're just going to read some books that do have summer in the title, but also some that are just more summer themed, some that have like beaches and things like that. So yeah, you're probably not seeing this till the end of July or maybe like the 3rd or 4th week of July, I should say, because I already have a couple of weeks of videos scheduled out. But today's actually July the 1st, and I thought this will be fun to start because I am back in my vlogging era. So yeah, the first book I want to talk about is The Summer of You and Me by Denise Hunter. This is a recommendation from my girl Oshina, and this was her Patreon buddy read for this month. I think she actually had 2 books, and so looking forward to watching her spoiler reading vlog for this. But she gave this 5 stars, and I was like, yes. So I grabbed the audio. I was like 30% in already, and I was like, I'm buying this book in the buy one get one half off Christian fiction sale that Books A Million was having. So that's why I have it in hand. So anyway, can't beat that, right? So I'm probably halfway through this one, and I'm really liking it. It's giving me like that 5-star feeling as well. In this, it's set in North Carolina, which is pretty cool because they talked about Wilmington, Cape Fear, some of those areas that Blake and I actually got to visit in 2014 when we visited Wilmington. So that's really nice to have some familiar areas that we're familiar with. How about that? Areas we're familiar with. Yeah, you know what I'm saying. And kind of that area is like very beachy and just a very summery book. It feels like a good beach read. And in this book, we have our main girl of Maggie, and she's at a carnival with her little girl. She is snapping photos, and she sees someone that looks just like her husband who passed away several years ago. And she freaks out, and she calls her late husband's brother, so her brother-in-law, Josh, and she's like, I think I've seen Ethan. This is crazy. He looks just like Ethan. And he's like, well, I mean, you think you've seen him several times already, like, you know, he's questioning her, but she gets a picture, and on there the guy looks just like her late husband. And so, sorry, I keep getting interrupted, sorry. All right, so anyway, they what's the saying? So her brother-in-law and Maggie, so Josh and Maggie, they end up kind of working together to kind of solve this mystery of who is this man that looks just like her late husband. And along the way, feelings start happening. And it's just a really good story of them kind of processing still through grief, but also finding comfort in one another and whatnot. So I'm not gonna say much because I don't want to spoil it, but I am really enjoying this book. I love the setting, and the little girl's super sweet. Not had a ton of her, but she is very sweet. And her little 4-year-old daughter is named Zoe. So with Maggie being ready to kind of move on in her next stage of life, her and Josh are having these feelings, and they're talking a lot about these things and just trying to process through things together and figure out this mystery of like, who is this man that looks just like her late husband. So it's really good. I'm loving the setting, loving the characters. The romance is super sweet, and yeah, I'm looking forward to finishing it. So it's giving me that at least 4 or 5-star feeling. It's given a good rating. Okay, so I will let you know my final thoughts on that. Also, Oshina recently read her Summer Refuge by Gabrielle Meyer, and it's so funny because I bought this last year and never got to it. So I kind of want to try to read it. It's super short. It's not even on my TBR. Who am I? Do I have time to read this? No, but at some point this month, I would love to get this done. It's only like, what, 200 pages. It's a love-inspired romance. Why not? She really liked it and gave it 5 stars as well. Influenced by Oshina. Okay, that's what this video is probably going to be, right? No, I'm just kidding. But no, for real though, she always influenced me, okay? We love a good Oshina rec, okay? Congrats to her on her 10,000. If y'all missed it, she had a whole 10K live. If you missed her video, I will link it, but it was so fun to celebrate her. She had a cute cake and all the fun things. So loved hearing all the good updates and reading things and just chatting with her. It was so great. So loved her live, but congrats to 10K to my girl. Okay, she's been such an inspiration on the channel for me to start my own, right? Like for me, she's just such a great person, and I highly recommend y'all subscribe if you ain't already, because most of y'all probably are, okay? Most of y'all probably come to my channel from her channel, right? So please check out Oshina. All right, next up, we have got a new release that comes out July 15th that I need to get done that, honestly, I forgot to mention in the review video, or the TBR, not review, what am I saying? I'm rusty. In the TBR video for July, that is The Sands of Sea Blue Beach by Rachel Hauck. Is it Hauck? See, I need to really confirm. But anyway, I have read one of her summer books before, really enjoyed it. It was a more contemporary story, and this actually says it's a romance. So, looking forward to this one. We've got Emery Quinn and architect Caleb Ransom. And so, I think I read about this in my most anticipated releases. We'll talk a little bit more about this later. I don't have time to read the synopsis and everything, but hopefully I can get this one read in this video as well. Another book I would like to get read this month for this video is the Martha's Vineyard Beach and Book Club, and it's Giving Summer. I read about this in the July TBR. So, well, I read about this. What? No, I read the synopsis in the July TBR. So I won't read it right now, but we'll just hopefully try to get this one read as well. This is a secular historical fiction, and this is a review book that I need to get done as well this month. So several books on the list for this vlog. We'll see when I can get done. Is this vlog going to be motivation? I hope so. So, yeah, I hope you enjoyed the introduction to this, even though it's kind of chaos. I kept getting interrupted, so I don't even know what kind of footage I can salvage from this, but we will be back with some reading updates, okay? Y'all, The Summer You and Me by Denise. Y'all, something just got revealed. No spoilers. What? Page 293? Did not see that coming whatsoever. What? Honey, I will tell you guys when I finish this, but this may be 5 stars.
I got you right here. Look, stand.
Bless his heart.
Stand right here. Oh, I got you. Stand right here, The floor's disappearing.
Buddy, what are you doing? Oh.
Yeah, a little bit. Oh, yeah.
Good job.
You can do it. You can do it.
Good job. Look at you. You can do it. Yay.
Good job, buddy. Hey. You can jump to daddy. Daddy.
Mike, he's looking for you.
Hey! Yay!
Hey, buddy, turn around. Look, Daddy. Look at Daddy. Look at Daddy.
Yeah, bro. I was in here like 20 hours ago.
You didn't have.
Yes! Let's go!
Hey y'all, welcome back to the reading vlog for summer. Today is July the 6th, and I had some clips in here from yesterday where we went and saw my cousins and my aunt and uncles and all the fun things, and it was for July 4th, and that's kind of a tradition we've had every year. There's a couple years I haven't been able to make it, but this year we were able to go, and I'm so glad we did, and it was just a lot of fun. Little man, he absolutely loved the pool that my aunt has, and he wasn't really sure at first, but then he was here for it, you know, and so we're really just proud of him and all his progress. And he actually said potty and like wanted to go to the potty. I was just so proud of him and all those things. So I do have a little bit of a cold coming on, but we're here. I did my nails, so I absolutely love these. Let's talk about that real quick, and then I'll talk a little bit about Denise Hunter's book and what I'm reading next to this video. But my friend Tammy at the Protagonist Pub, I'll link her channel, recommended these because I tried the Olive and June press-ons, and unfortunately, those just were not working because my nails are flat. And I do not recommend those. Those are way too hard of nails. Like, there's just something about it. Like, they hurt so bad on my nails. It wasn't working. And I'm someone who used to get her nails done all the time. Like, I used to get them done religiously, like all the time, and I was getting the dip next gen stuff, and I loved my girl doing them, and don't get me wrong, it's just, I don't know, there was something that happened where I ended up having to go to the dermatologist all the time, and I was having like I don't know if it's like I don't know, they're like those little seed warts or whatever you get on your fingers, and I don't know if it was from getting my nails done or if I just picked it up, and you can pick it up anywhere, but during that process, which I talked about that previously on my channel, I spent so much money, like I probably over $1,000 to get rid of them in my nail beds, and I was like, I'm not gonna go back to it. I couldn't afford it anyway. I mean, you can afford what you can afford, I know, but it just got to be so expensive, I didn't want to afford it anymore, if that makes sense. So I am a nail biter by heart. I really am. Like, I really struggle with nail biting. It's really hard for me. And anytime I had nails, I did pretty good. I didn't bite them. And so I was like, I just miss having them done so bad. And I went and got these on Amazon. I'm gonna link these down below. These actually worked really well. We'll see how long they last. I just did these today. Tammy recommended these though for flat nails. These are more flexible in nature, and there's plenty in here. If you open it up, for anybody who's wondering, there's plenty of nails in here, and I like how they're separated. But it was like $10 or something. I don't even know. It was not expensive. And I thought, you know, worth a try, because I already wasted $10 on the Olive and June ones. But like, these are more, you can see how they bend, right? They're easy to bend, versus the ones that are Olive and June, there was no bend. And so these actually work great. You put them on. I bought some nail glue previously with the Olive and June anyway, so I had that left over, and it's worked so far today. And so I did have some polish. I ended up painting them with the Olive and June. What do they do? Do people tap this like? You see it in reels? Everybody's like ASMR. Okay, no, I'm just kidding. So I got this really pretty pink color. This is the Lily Blooms. I love this color, the way it turned out. I'll have to like put a picture in here for like looking a little bit better. But yeah, I mean, it's worked out pretty good for now. And then I got this gel top coat with it. I did have to get a little cure light because it's gel polish, like a little UV light. I don't love that, but you know, I got it, and it's worked out good. I did have some places where I hit it though, probably bet more than I'd like to, and I probably had too much polish on it. You know, I've never been good nail polishing, never been good polishing my nails. Okay, I am really not here. I'm exhausted. This weekend has been a really great weekend though, and we got to hang out with Blake's dad on Friday, and that was really nice. And then my dad went with us yesterday to see his sisters and things like that. So that was so much fun. And today is Sunday. We're just going to relax. We're off tomorrow as well. Take an extra day off on Monday, me and Blake. And my mom's going to come over, and hopefully Blake and I can like get out and go do something or something like that. If so, I'll update the vlog. But I wanted to go ahead and update this book, The Summer of You and Me by Denise Hunter. I finished reading it. I can't remember where I was even in this video, but this is a 5-star read for me. There was something about the way, I think actually the last clip was me crying. I was tearing up. The way she told the story, just, it touched me. It was just like a surprise. I see why Sheena loved this, because there's something about the way our main girl, Maggie, and Josh, like they were just processing this grief. And I know some may feel like it's kind of weird that like Josh is technically her brother-in-law, but her husband had passed away, and like I could see that being real though. I really could. Like realistically, that probably could happen, where like the brother of her late husband takes on the responsibility and helps her, and then they fall in love. Because I can see that happening, and they even make a joke about it, but it's the truth. Like in biblical times, that's what happened. Like, you know, so I can see some people feeling a little icky about that, but like I honestly really appreciated the story for what it was. And like I guess where he used to like her a long time ago too, that some people I could see having issues with that maybe, but I honestly love the story for what it is. I feel like Denise did a really good job making it feel real, realistic. The dialogue felt real. She did a really great job with it. And there was the mystery tied in. I didn't see it. That's what I didn't see. I was just like, oh my goodness. And like, because of like what had happened in his past and Josh's past with like he had a cancer diagnosis a long time ago and that kind of stuff. Like, a lot of the things that he had been through, his health physically and things in his health, like, that all just, the way it was all tied together just made me really emotional for him, of like how things came out in the end and how God worked that out in that circumstance. So I personally really like the story. I'm not going to say too much because I don't want to spoil it, but I felt like it was just a really good, heartfelt book. So, there wasn't really much faith in this. There is like a couple of times of prayer and mentions of God, but very, very light faith. I would say this is more of a clean read. Thomas Nelson doesn't always do Christian full faith books. I mean, they're more like on the clean side too. So they have like clean fiction mixed in with Christian fiction. So just be aware of that when you read Thomas Nelson books. But you're always, to me, I always know I'm going to have something that's clean and closed door. That's the important thing for me. And so I really liked it. Another good, I almost said Nicole, what? No. Another good Denise Hunter book. I feel like she's done so much, like, so much better in her books for me personally when she took the faith out of her books. I feel like she writes more better clean fiction than Christian fiction, in my opinion. So, just a top-notch summer book. I really, really enjoyed it. So, glad that I finished that one. I don't know what's next for me. Right now, I'm actually reading one that's not a summer book, and that's Fire Mountain by Dana Meentink. So, we'll get that done. I won't talk about it here. And so, once I get done with that, I actually may go into the Highland Heist. It may be a few days or a week before I update this video again. Highland Heist by Pepper Basham. And I need to get done Shadow Witness by Angela Carlisle. So these are some new releases that came out on July the 1st that I have for review that I want to get done. Actually, the Highland Heist is one I pre-ordered, but I have an ebook from NetGalley I want to knock off. So those, and then of course I've got Janelle Hovday, and that's how you say it, Hovday. Hovday, I don't Hovday. Oh my gosh. See, it's Hovday because I messaged her on Instagram. I said, hey girl, how you pronounce this? Because reasons. And she said she agreed it's Hovday. The Collector of Burned Books by Rosanna M. White. So those come out July 15th. And then of course, the Sands of Sea Blue Beach. It's a full new release summer, okay? No surprise. I'm loving these books that I'm reading right now. Also have a Mandy Blake I want to read. Like, I just want to read everything. So, yeah, it's been a really great weekend. And even though I'm kind of just feeling whatever, I'm just going to rest and relax today. Yeah, I want to see my nails on the screen. Hey, girl. It's like my Baptist. Back in my era, early on my channel, y'all know I always have my nails done. So, it was just so fun if you've been here since then. Yeah. Anyway, that's the best way I look. I put some makeup on, try to be presentable, but real life, at this point. So, my voice is kind of going too. I love this little shirt too. I go, look how cute this is. Oh my goodness. Okay, that's it for me. I will update you guys whenever I read some more of the summer books I want to read. Thought I would show you guys our chaste tree or bush. Looks pretty cool. Look at all the bees, the honeybees. Wow. I'm just not noticing this. That is amazing. You guys, I don't know if you can even really see them, but look how they're all on here. I thought that would be cool to show you guys. Wow. They are just loving this bush. So, yeah, it's rained so much that this finally bloomed. So, yeah, I just thought I'd show you guys. Hey y'all. Okay, welcome back. I almost said hey y'all, it's Amanda. Welcome back to the vlog. I'm finally getting a chance to update this. Today is, oh, I'm gonna watch what, honey, that Apple Watch is lost. What day is it? July 20th. Okay, Sunday, July 20th. And I've been filming this vlog for like almost a month now. Who am I? But I'm finally getting into another summer read that I want to update this video for. And you've kind of seen some different clips here. Around July 4th, we went to my aunt's house and had a good time. I think I already talked a little bit about that maybe. I can't remember what I've told you and what I haven't as far as this video goes. But, you know, you saw some clips of us swimming. Little man did really good. And then Blake and I actually went to have like a little date night. And we went to our local bookstore. I put some pictures in here of that. I didn't do any filming that night, but that was really nice. I got a couple books there. And then what else have I put in here? Oh, we did a Jane Austen puzzle. So thank you so much to my sweet friends who gifted me those 2 Jane Austen puzzles like 3 years ago on the beginning of my channel. I'm so grateful to them because we had this fun puzzle to do with my friends and it was just so much fun. There was like 4 of us doing the puzzle, 4 or 5 of us, and it was just the best time. And I had to put some little clips, videos of those in here. I kind of wanted to frame one of them, but I didn't. So we're here. But wanted to do another update too on kind of what I'm reading. I did put another clip in here too of you guys seeing me work through a little bit of a Bible study, but I am working my way through Max Lucado's new Bible study to come out in August. It was on NetGalley as like a read now, so I just grabbed it. The videos did not really work that are associated with that for some reason. I typed in the code and it was saying videos coming soon, but then I could see that they were still already available through the Study Gateway or the Faith Gateway, whatever that platform is, but you have to pay for that. So I went ahead and just did like a free trial of that so I could kind of follow along with these videos, cancel the free trial because I'm not going to pay $8 a month. It did have some good resources of like some Lisa Turkhurst and, you know, Max Lucado, a lot of his stuff, and some other Bible studies like Lisa Harper and things like that if you're interested in checking that out. But I'm not going to check that out probably, you know, over the next month. I might resubscribe at some point if I'm interested in continuing any of those, but it's good to kind of see what they had anyway before like really paying for a month. So yeah, I'm almost done with it though. It's called Tame Your Thoughts. I'm pretty sure it's called that, Tame Your Thoughts. Something about taking your thoughts captive, honey. And it's, I wouldn't say the best Bible study I've ever done, but it's pretty good so far. It's really good more so for a group because the book is set up and structured with group study and then some personal study. So I've kind of skipped a little bit of the group stuff just because there's a lot of questions that you would ask yourself or ask others. But the personal study has been nice and the videos have been nice. So if I rate it, it's probably going to be a 4-star for me, but yeah, so glad to be working my way through that and get that finished probably today or tomorrow. I only had like 1 session left, and that's been nice because I've kind of been in a slump with Bible reading lately, and that has definitely helped me to kind of get back on track on some things. So yeah, but I want to update you guys on The Sands of Sea Blue Beach by Rachel Houck, and I'm really enjoying this. This has got a lot of family dynamics. It's a true summer beach read for me. I feel like you're going to have a really good time reading this. It's a Christian romance, and I'm already invested. I listened to the first 5 chapters on audiobook while I went grocery shopping today, and I am here. The narration is really well done. We've got a male and female narrator for each perspective, which I really like. But in this, we have our main girl of, what's her name? I almost said Everly. Emerly. It's not Everly. Emery Quinn. See, I don't trust myself on names. But anyway, we got Emery, and you know from the very beginning, you have this introduction where she is seeing one of her stepsisters getting engaged, okay, with a guy that kind of, I think she introduced him and all this stuff years ago. But you see she kind of feels like an outsider of the family in a way, because she has this very blended family, and the sisters seem very nice to me, but she's just really struggling, I think, with like where she's at in her life. She's like 30, 31, 32, and she's not married, not dating, and her career has just been all over the place with stuff, her jobs. So she is going to take an editorial, I think it was editor-in-chief. I almost said chief of staff. What? No, editor-in-chief at the Sea Blue Beach Gazette. Okay, I'm not ready to film, but we're here. So she's going to take that job, and that's going to kind of take her back to a place where Very familiar when she went through a lot of grief of the loss of her mother several years ago, many years ago, when she was this cat. Honey, we're not going up here on the bookshelves now. Sam, do y'all see, sir? Shenanigan City. All right. So anyway, she takes this job, but it takes her back to kind of a place of, you know, when things were going all the wrong direction, really in a bad way, if you will, because she lost her mother to cancer, and she had like this brief little romance with this guy, Caleb, who's an architect. And let me just say, it's gonna be second chance romance of them, which I'm here for, because I love his character, love her character. But she is just struggling because her father, you know, remarried as well after her mother passed away. She has these stepsisters and things like that. And like I said, they all like kind of welcome her from what I could tell so far. And they care about her and things like that. But it's this cat. You guys, go on, Sam. He's always the star of the show. But you could tell that she's just really trying to figure things out mentally. A lot of mental gymnastics, if you will, as people say. So she goes back to Sea Blue Beach area, and she runs into Caleb, as things would have it, right? I mean, come on. But there's lots of good memories too at the Sea Blue Beach area, because that's where they were many years ago when she was growing up and when they met, and you're seeing some flashbacks of when they met too. So I'm liking that. I normally don't love a lot of flashbacks though. I'm going to tell y'all that right now. So we've had 2 so far, and hopefully it's not throughout the book entirely, but we will see. It kind of takes me out of the story sometimes, but I actually really like the flashbacks we've had in this book so far, where we could kind of get a little bit more background of their history, what it was like when they first met or hung out and things like that when they were teenagers. So yeah, that's kind of the gist of it. We're going to see how things go with her new job and the reconnection with Caleb, and, you know, of course, things with family. And like Caleb's going through some stuff too, because his mom had some cancer as well. So just be aware of some of like those topics. You know, there's grief mentioned of loss of a parent, and cancer is mentioned and things like that. But I'm really intrigued. I love Rachel's storytelling. She always tells like these really good, almost has like a contemporary feel, but it has that romance tied in. So it really is a true contemporary romance. I guess it does contemporary romance, but there's something about the way she tells a story with all the family elements that I felt about one of her other books I read a couple years ago. So she just knows how to really like pull you into a story, very immersive experience, and I love that. So that's my update for the Sands of Sea Blue Beach so far. Like I said, I'm not very far in. Chapter 5 maybe, but what it's doing with the past is you'll see like at the beginning of a chapter it'll say then, so that's kind of how you know, and then it'll say now for her. So I hope it's not too much of that, like I said. Well, chapter 25 has some, so I guess there is going to be flashbacks throughout the entire book, but we'll see. I am someone that I found in at least 2 books that I didn't care for that so much, so I'll keep you updated on what I think. But right now, it's fine, because I am really enjoying getting to know a lot about their past and stuff. So, yeah. So, anyway, that's that. Also, I took my nails off, if y'all seen. Y'all probably could tell. I updated about the nails. So, I like the nails, but they kept popping off, and I probably didn't have strong enough nail glue, but I'm very rough with stuff, and so I put them back on or whatever. I also think I had too thick of polish, probably painted them a little too thick, so that's, you know, just some playing around here with stuff, trying different things out, but I don't think I'm going to do that again for a while. The tips themselves are really good, if you want them, but for me, I'm just so rough with stuff and things like that. I think I'm just gonna like try to grow my nails back out again. We'll see. I'm a nail biter. It's hard. It's really a hard thing. So we'll see, but it was nice while it lasted for at least a week. So y'all seen it in a couple videos. So anyway, I don't know when you're seeing this video. Maybe Thursday or Monday in the next week. We'll see. Got to work on what I'm going to be reading for August. I have a lot of new releases again in August, so stay tuned for the August TBR, whenever that's going to be. About an 11-minute update. I'll see you guys later. All right, y'all. So the Hubs is building me a computer gaming PC. You guys, look at all them fans. This is where he's at so far. It's gonna be white. Love to see it. I'm here for it. Love to see it. So this is what he's working on right now. The case, all the good things. Gonna put the graphics card in there, and I'll update you guys whenever it's finished, but wanted to share that. Been needing a new computer, and I was thinking a laptop, but he said no, let me just build a gaming PC.
Graphics card.
All right, boy. He's got that graphics card.
I can stick it in there like, should just go like this.
All right,
I'm jealous. Look at this.
He's got in here. Tell him what's the graphics card hubs?
The 9060 XT.
All right. For my gamer people, I don't know what that means, but.
But yeah, this has got some little black accents. Got a little stormtrooper vibe going on for you Star Wars fans.
Stormtrooper.
Look at this, all white with a little black. It's got a little stormtrooper. I mean, that's cool.
I'm gonna have to get some stickers for it.
Like mine. I'm just kidding.
What you saying?
I'm just saying, stickers, I'll make it look gaudy. You don't want to do that. Come on, man. Gotta make a nice little stick here.
Like one's minimalist.
No, I like, mine's a solid black one, has some white accents, but I really like this white. I think this looks, I'm actually jealous, just how this kind of set up here looks really good. I've been a sucker for white PC builds, but
Blake's nerding out. All right, y'all. We'll update later.
We'll update if we get it going here. Driving home, and we're gonna do an update. But can this like be where it needs to be anyway? Like, y'all see that Buc-ee's Buc-ee's billboard in the back? Just left Buc-ee's, actually. Had to get gas. You know, we do a little Buc-ee's pit stop here, honey. But I'm on my way home, and had to go to the doctor, so thought I'd update you guys. I'm listening to the audio book of Rachel Houck's book. Okay, I've got an hour and a half left in the audiobook. What a good book. Well, I think I'm going into some rain, honey. We need to make this quick. What a good book. I am very invested. I think adding the past really did is adding to the story, because we're learning all about the cancer diagnosis of her mother and like leading up to those events, and why her and Caleb, you know, why they had this split. I mean, they were 16 years old, so it's like a 16-year-old is not prepared. You're never prepared, but especially a 16-year-old is not prepared for a parent's cancer diagnosis. So there's a lot of discussions about that. So just be aware of that and be prepared for that. If that's something that's hard for you to read personally, just know that cancer is a big discussion in this book. So it made me tear up while I was trying to drive up here. It got to me, you guys. It did, and I just want you all to be aware of what the discussions are in the book, but it's just a very powerful story. And yeah, it's kind of giving me still like a 4-star, but I'm really enjoying it. I think like it's just a good family saga. It's what it feels like. Like, it's these people that were, you know, they came together years ago during the summer, a first love. It's giving first love, and teenage love. And then tragedy strikes, and they leave the beach, and she never sees him again. And it's one of those things of like 16 years later, here they are together and reminiscing over these memories and realizing the truths of what happened many years ago, why she never really contacted him. She was so focused on what she needed to be focused on in life and what meant the most. And you know, there's a story about these pearls, and I'm not going to say much about that because I think that I don't want to spoil it. It's just a beautiful sentiment about these pearls, these family pearls. And I really actually like the discussion of her with her stepsisters, you know, and the connection there and the open, honest discussions. It's refreshing, and yeah, it's between a 4 and a 5 star. I don't really know. Y'all know I'm being real picky with 5 stars. I want to give it 5 stars. I think there's really nothing. I think the only thing is a little bit of the story I get taken out of just because of some of the flashbacks, but I think they're well needed at the same time. So I'm a little conflicted on that, but regardless of rating, because ratings are subjective, I definitely recommend this book. I think that Rachel has just a really good way to tell a story. Like, she can really immerse you. She can just, like, I mean, I'm here with these characters. I'm on the beach with these people. Like, I am in, it's like a movie to me. Like, I am thoroughly enjoying this story of this family, and I don't know. We'll see kind of where I land with it in the end. I'm just thoroughly engaged, and it may be a 5. You know, I do think I'm liking it even better than the summer book I read of hers a couple years ago, and I really enjoyed that one. I gave it like a 4-star too. So it may be 5. It just depends on how it ends. And well, watch me give it 5. I mean, let's be real. I haven't had a whole lot of 5 stars at the beginning of the year, but this summer we're having lots of good 5-star books, and there's something about this book. Yeah, I'm really engaged with it. I really like the characters. I love just the family of it, and it feels realistic. It really does. And there's something about when a story can be told realistically that it's important, because a lot of these days we don't get a lot of that, and it definitely feels like a real life story, something you watch on TV too. Like, it's a mix of everything. So yeah, just on my way home I thought I'd update this video, because I really don't even know what I'm going to have out Thursday. I might do a TBR video late tonight. We'll see. Blake got the computer done. I know I put some clips in here of it. So excited to like figure out some games I want to play on the PC, and I'm going to figure out a new editing software for editing on my computer whenever I want to edit on the computer and all that good stuff. So I'm not really sure fully what that looks like right now. With the editing, right now I edit on my phone, but I would love to, you know, get into computer editing at some point. But we're about to go into a storm. I can see it up ahead. Oh, I hate when you're on the interstate. Come on. I can see it up ahead. Blake done said, be careful coming home, because there's a storm, and I see it. Oh, okay. I love you guys. I'll update you guys later. I gotta focus. Friends, we're updating this video. I am wanting to finish it off today. So today is Saturday, and what's the actual date? The 26th? July 26th, is that right? Let's see. Yes, your girl's right for once. So, losing track of days. But I'm about to go get my hair colored and cut. It's been a while. I've got like some grays and stuff, patches and things I'm just going to cover up. I don't do anything crazy. Just, you know, maybe every like, it's about every 16 weeks or so is where I'm at. Like, not every visit, but every other visit is what I'm doing. So there's that. And I've read a lot of good books lately. We'll have lots of 4 and 5 stars this month. We'll talk about it in the end of month wrap up, but there's one I recently finished, which is The Sands of Sea Blue Beach by Rachel Houck. I want to talk about that here in just a second. And we're going to go into Walmart right before this visit and see if Jamie Jo Wright's new love-inspired suspense book, romantic suspense book, I think it is what it is, love-inspired suspense, is here at our local Walmart. I'm so excited about this one. I actually have it on NetGalley, but never got to it. So we're just going to go ahead and get the physical copy, right? So, also want to share that I got the Appy's, can y'all even see this? It's like the Appy's, let's see, Appy's Texas shirt. This was something that Emma St. Clair and Jenny Proctor had collaborated on to give all of the profits to flooding victims in Texas. And so, love the cause and decided to support that. And I love the Appy series, which I did just finish Emma's new book, If All Else Fails. I'm gonna give it 5 stars, but we'll talk about that in the end of month wrap up, not here. But I read it with Lindsay Lemus and Oshina, and we loved it. We all really enjoyed it. So yeah, Little spoiler alert for the end of month wrap up. But I probably already have my review out. If you want to read it physically, it is on my blog. And I don't know if it'll be on Instagram yet or not, but I think I might save my Instagram review for the week of release, which is August the 5th. But it's her new traditional published book through Thomas Nelson, and I just really enjoyed it. It was good. So I will just go ahead and leave the link down below if you want to read the review or anything like that. But for this video, I wanted to update real quick about the sands of Sea Blue Beach. We're going to take this little bookmark out of here. I did just get some magnetic bookmarks. I can't remember if I shared this in the video or not. Did I? Anyway, super cute. All right, so the sands of Sea Blue Beach. I felt like Rachel just did a really good job. I want to give finalize my review at 4 stars. It was a very heartwarming, layered story filled with second chances, healing, and just like real situations, real life situations. I really enjoyed the romance between Emily and Caleb, and they had a really good dynamic together, but like it was really emotional when it came to her mother's cancer diagnosis. So just be aware of that going into this book, that there is discussions of grief, there's flashbacks from her mother's cancer diagnosis, and that's on page of like seeing the reactions and the emotions and everything, feeling that, and it just felt like a real raw moment for her. The town's motto is Emmanuel, God with us. So as far as faith content, I love how that was tied in kind of with the ending with Emery. I would have liked to see a little bit more of her faith journey, like I guess expanded upon. However, it makes sense for like a real world, real life story, because she's struggling with faith, and rightfully so. A lot of people in real life situations through grief, they struggle. And it was depicted in a beautiful way here for her to finally come to realization that God is with her. And it was just like this real take on the emotions of someone who had struggled with the loss of a parent and going through grief, emotions of anger, the frustrations to God, but coming back and being open to Him. And that's kind of what I saw with that. So yeah, I thought this had a really good family story overall tied together with both of the characters, and I'm really glad I read this one. So I definitely recommend it if you like those type of stories. Just be aware, because there is a lot of discussions, like I said, and flashbacks throughout about the grief process and her as a young teen dealing with the loss of her mother. So and like the things with Caleb and her in the past, I think it was needed. I already said I went back and forth a little bit with the flashbacks in books anyway, but I do feel like there might have been a couple that was too many for me, but overall I feel like it did add a lot to the story that we needed. So really glad that I finished this book. 4 stars, super good, and it's a good summer read, but just be aware of like the cancer discussions and things like that. So got that done. We're gonna go in here and see if we can find Jamie Jo's new book. All right, y'all, so we are back, and I'm finally home. We're gonna go see Blake's dad here in just a little bit, but I wasn't able to get my hair done. He wasn't feeling well, so we rescheduled for next Saturday, and the girl who actually used to do my hair, she's back in town, so gonna get to go see her instead. So either way, it worked out. But I stayed at Walmart and did some school shopping. It's tax-free weekend for my kid, so I did some school shopping here. Got some clothes and other things. Actually, it goes back to school soon, so we just got a few things there. Then I went to the actual grocery store and got some things, and then we're finally back home. Just got done eating lunch. And so I wanted to end this video and just share. I did start reading the Martha's Vineyard Beach and Book Club by Martha Hall Kelly. She did send me this to read and review, and I just haven't gotten to it. It's been out a couple of months, so definitely check your libraries or wherever you get your books and things if this sounds interesting to you, what I'm about to tell y'all. So this is a secular historical fiction story. We've got 2 timelines, 2016 and 1942, and we've got 2 sisters. The Smith girls in 1942, 19-year-old aspiring writer named Cadence, and a 16-year-old who is obsessed with war named Briar. And so they have this impossible task to pretty much hold their failing family farm together during World War II
as the U.S. Army is arriving on Martha's Vineyard. So we're following their perspectives. I was listening to the audio while I went grocery shopping and all that stuff, and so I had to kind of go back to the synopsis to figure out who am I following again. But I'm not too far into it, but I am interested. I'm maybe like 4 or 5 chapters in. The narration is done really well. There's multiple narrators. Then we have 2016, which has 34-year-old Mari Starwood. Names. Anyway, Mari, honey. She is still grieving after the loss of her mother. And so she goes to Martha's Vineyard in Massachusetts. And she's come all the way from California. And she meets this woman named Elizabeth Devereaux. And so she found her name on like a piece of paper in her mother's things. And so a reclusive vineyard painter, and so she ends up meeting her, and Mrs. Devereaux is telling her the story of the Smith sisters, and we're going to see how things kind of intersect. So I will say so far there has been a few mentions of the Lord's name in vain a couple of times. Be aware of that, but I am enjoying the story for what this is. And excited to kind of continue on in the stories. I will let you guys know full content details, and you can make your own decision if you want to read this or not, but I am enjoying the story for what it is. So we will see where I land with it. So didn't really get the chance to finish it for this video, but wanted to at least start it and kind of talk to you guys about it. And then we have got, of course, I wanted to get to her summer refuge, but didn't really happen. It didn't happen. So yeah, I don't know if it's going to be this month or not. It's going to have to be probably later now by Gabrielle Meyer. Because your girl's got so much for August. Okay. But I did end up getting Jamie Jo's new book, you guys. And I actually grabbed another one that I probably didn't need, but I got it anyway. When do I ever need anything? I don't know. So anyway, Jamie Jo's new book is Buried Wilderness Secrets. And it's cold case. So this says, uncovering cold case secrets could be deadly. Montana Park Ranger Aaliyah Terrence finds a serial killer's burial grounds and narrowly survives the brutal attack that follows. And when cold case detective Wade Marlowe reveals that her birth mother was the murderer's first victim, it soon becomes clear that Aaliyah has been marked as his next target. As they search into the past and reveal old skeletons, As their search into the past reveals old skeletons and puts Aaliyah in ever-increasing danger, she'll have to rely on Wade to keep her safe. Will they discover the killer's identity? Let's go. So, I want to read that soon. But the other one I got is an author I've never heard of, but it sounded really good. It says, A Family on His Doorstep, and it's by Alina August, I guess. And this is a love-inspired romance. But this says, this actually came out in August, so this is a new release. But this says, sometimes a tough situation requires a leap of faith. Unwed, unemployed, and pregnant, Rebecca Young is in desperate need of a job, but finding work seems impossible. So when her late ex-boyfriend's cousin Walker offers her room and board and help getting a part-time job at the library he's renovating in Eden, Texas, she accepts. But as they work together on a project that could both change their lives, their feelings for one another deepen. So it's like one of those like cheesy romances, you know, love inspired. It's always one of those like palate cleanse books, so thought I'd get that. Then I went to Goodwill today, you guys, and got like 4 books, but they were like $2 a piece. So I picked up Angela Hunt's book, What a Wave Must Be. I've heard this is very emotional, so we'll see. I think it deals with some pretty hard topics, but $2 looks brand new. Why not? Also got The Great Divorce by C.S. Lewis. I'm trying to kind of collect some of these books over time, so pretty good find there. And then I got, since I just finished reading, the nonfiction That God Knows Your Love Language by Gary Chapman. Talk about that at the end of my wrap up. I picked up The 5 Love Languages by Gary Chapman. And I remember reading this, I think, when we first got married, I want to say. But I wanted to, like, reread it, and I don't have it anymore. And this is, like, an old edition, so why not? Why not? I did really enjoy the God Knows Our Love Language book, or whatever it's called. I'm going to give it, like, 4 stars, I think. But yeah, I finished it today as well, and we'll talk about that in the month wrap up. I haven't even wrote a review or nothing. But then I also picked up Before We Were Yours by Lisa Wingate. I think this is a secular historical fiction, but I've heard it's good. It's dual timeline, Memphis and South Carolina. So South Carolina is in present day, and then Memphis is 1939. There's obviously siblings and things like that. You can kind of tell from the cover. So I've heard this is very emotional. Several of you actually already recommended me this and whatnot, so looking forward to it at some point. But that's kind of everything I want to say. I don't know if I have anything else. Oh, no, wait. I did get something else. Let me show y'all. I got this cookbook, you guys, and it's the Feel Good Foodie cookbook. Yes. So I'm still struggling a little bit with this health journey stuff, y'all. It's just, I don't know what it is. My back is killing me lately. I'm having a lot of issues in my back. I don't know if it's a pinched nerve or something. I need to go to the doctor about it. But the other day I had like, it was actually yesterday, I'm still kind of in pain too from it. But it's almost like something happened in my back where I had this contractions and like my chest was like, I mean, it was like underneath my chest here, like right in this area. Like everything was just tight, and it come from the back, and it was like right here in my back. Okay. And so I don't know, I was hurting so bad. I'm still hurting. So working out has not been doing me any favors. I've been struggling. But I'm still eating fairly well, but there's been a few, you know, we've talked about it, a few hiccups here or there. But I wanted to try the Feel Good Foodie cookbook. I love her on Instagram. She's YouTube. This is her. A lot of you guys, I think, know her. If you've seen any social media with like any kind of reels or stuff, a lot of times you would see her. And she has all kinds of fun, healthy recipes and how to enjoy food, like the Mediterranean diet and things like that. So thought I would go ahead and get that. She has a new cookbook that I want to try out. But yeah, your girl, I was having issues with this back, honey. It was not good. It was not good at all. But I think I'm okay. But I'm just trying to take it easy. Lots of icy hot. Before I even look, y'all want to know what was on the shelf? The icy hot was on the shelf. Okay. Who is surprised? Nobody. We had it. Oh yeah, my Joy-Cons for my Nintendo Switch. What am I doing? Nail glue, perfume. My bad. But reality, okay? But anyway, that's kind of it for everything that I wanted to chat with you guys about. What is this video? I hope you enjoyed what this was. I haven't even watched it in weeks. I don't even know what I've got, so I've got to try to put everything together the best I can. But I love you guys. I will be here for the next video. I want to do some more vlogs in the month of August if I can. If not, I don't know. I haven't really done any kind of videos. I don't have anything scheduled out. I had to take a upload off. I did a couple, at least a short, but I had to take an upload off because like I was just not feeling good, and it is what it is. So thank you for always being cool with that. But I hope you enjoyed the video. Let's chat in the comments as always, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye, y'all.